Hi everyone and welcome to Karsten Sons. My name is Leslie and I am a homeschool mama of 5 boys, a homemaker, and I run a micro bakery from my home 3 days out of the week here in Montana. And today I just wanted to talk about something that we don't often talk about when we are trying to put our best face forward as far as running a business goes. And that is slow weeks. What happens when you don't hit that goal or those orders that you have been accustomed to? So, what do you do when you haven't hit those goals that you have set for yourself as far as sales go or things that you would like to reach for the week, the month, the quarter? How do we deal with that without necessarily being overly vulnerable as a owner and having pity sales and, hey guys, my sales are really down this week, something like that. And I have seen people do that, and really that's just not an approach I want to have in my business. But I also want to, especially on these YouTube videos, be able to be vulnerable for other micro bakers to see that it is not just all success and win after win, week after week. There's going to be weeks that are discouraging. There's going to be weeks where our bakes aren't great. There's going to be weeks where we have to refund customers because something didn't happen correctly. That's the truth of running a business, whether it's a micro bakery or anything else. There's always going to be those factors. But how we can overcome or achieve something during that week or make the best out of those circumstances is really up to us. So how did I approach this week? Well, at first I was feeling a little sorry for myself, to be totally honest. And then afterwards, I got to think of this as a free week, as half leisure, a little bit of an unexpected, slower time. But what can I add today or this week that excites me? I started this micro bakery because I love baking for my family, for my friends, for my customers. It is an outlet to creativity for me. So what could I do during this time that I had a little bit more leisure time that I could try? I could test recipes. I could catch up on some of my more shelf-stable items, like make extra batches of granola. And in this case, I did all of that. And I tested out English muffins and I brought them to my grab-and-go location because this week was already slow. There was a little bit of a what do I have to lose mentality. I'm going to bring a few batches to test and ask people their feedback on. And if I sell them, great. And if I don't, I'll bring them home and my family will eat them. I really at this point had nothing to lose. And I ended up having some of the most positive feedback I have had in almost my entire time baking with these English muffins. I had people posting, I had people messaging me saying how much they love them. And it was just one of those weeks that I needed that encouragement. I needed to be reminded that it is so much more than just looking at sales. It's connecting with customers, it's giving them and listening to what they want. It's earning the trust of your customers that you're going to produce something that is delicious. And word of mouth is one of the best ways to do that. And so by just putting just a few batches out there, I ended up getting a whole new set of orders for my Friday deliveries just because I did something that was a little bit different than what I had consistently done. It was something that maybe other micro bakers in this area aren't necessarily offering right now. And that would be another tip for you, is see where there's gaps. Not everyone's going to do a gamut of bakes. I know that I keep my menu really small and change it seasonally to not only inspire me, but also to kind of give different offerings from time to time. So maybe look at your competitors, see what other micro bakers in the area are doing and see where is there gaps that we can offer something different. So as you see throughout these videos, it's a couple days worth of footage and life just keeps going. So while I'm still trying to run this business and think of creative ways to branch out, I am still running my home. I am still homeschooling my sons, and that means that sometimes I'm mixing dough while teaching how to multiply fractions. And that is the beauty of working from home and homeschooling, is all of this is done around each other. We get to be a family unit together and learn together. And that is just the beauty of why we choose to do what we do as a family. And for some people, it might not work, but for us, it is really lovely. And I feel really honored to be able to do this. So I think one of the biggest takeaways I learned in this week was to stay creative, to remember why I started this bakery to begin with, and to not be discouraged from one week. I think that something that crosses over from motherhood into my business is the idea that we're going to have rough weeks. We're going to have a tough time in motherhood sometimes and seasons. I remember the toddler years with my three oldest were 3 under 3 at one point, and it felt exhausting and grueling and like I was never going to get out of that. And here I am with my oldest 13. And guys, I almost missed that season in some ways because it was just different. And I think back to even the beginning 6 months ago of my bakery, I would have never imagined being able to make the amount of bakes I do now. Even on a slow week this week, it was more than I could fathom 6 months ago. And the same thing goes with motherhood. If you would have told me when my boys were under 3 years old what motherhood would look like here, I would have not believed either side of me. That that I survived the toddler years, and two, that I get to raise these boys right alongside me while running this business. And really, there's so much reward in all of it, and I am just so thankful to the Lord each and every day for being able to do this. So that's it, friends. I hope this video encourages you on a week that might not be ideal as far as sales or how your business is going. I hope it gives you a behind the scene look of what it really is like. Sometimes we're not going to always hit home runs. And I hope that we can get creative and stay encouraged and keep moving forward and keep setting our eyes forward and remember the successes we have had, how we can make our customers happy, and how we can have fun in the process. I'm so thankful for you guys watching. I hope you have a great week. And I leave you with a little clip of one of the biggest reasons I love being able to stay home with my sons. Yes.
I just love you.
I just love you too.